o'clock, and I'd like to call the meeting to order.
Mrs. Cochran?
Here.
Mr. Ray?
Here.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Here.
Mrs. Coons?
Here.
Mr. Eitner?
Here.
Okay. Let's rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I
Pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'd like to make a motion to excuse Mayor Cole from the meeting.
I second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Eitner?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes. Okay. Can I get a motion to accept the minutes from May 20th, 2024 council meeting as presented and not read?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from May 20th, 2024. Council meeting is presented and not read.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Eitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Okay, can I get a motion to accept the purchase orders from May 18th to May 31st as presented and not read?
I'll make a motion to accept purchase orders from May 18, 2024 to May 31st, 2024, totaling $42,521.96 as presented and not read.
I'll second.
Any discussion on that? Okay, seeing none, roll call, please.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Eitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Do I have a motion to accept the bills from May 18th to May 31st?
I'll make the motion to accept bills from May 18th, 2024 to May 31st, 2024, totaling $72,396.99 as presented and not read.
I'll
Second.
second.
Any discussion on anything? Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Eitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Can I have a motion to accept May 2024 DOPS delinquency report, please?
I will make a motion to accept May 2024 DOPS delinquency reports as presented and not read.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Okay, roll call?
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Eitner?
Yes.
Okay, reading of ordinances and resolutions.
Resolution number 7362-2024. This is a second reading by title only. A resolution to adopt the 2024 Summit County Multi-Hazard Mitigation Plan. Resolution number 7366-2024. A resolution approving the Assistant Fire Chief to hire Isaac Farrington as a part-time firefighter medic with the Lakemore Fire Department. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, Council approves to hire Isaac Farmington as a part-time firefighter medic with the Lakemore Fire Department. Section 2, Mr. Farmington will serve a 1-year probation. Section 3, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the passage of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all deliberations of this council or any of its committees that resulted in such formal actions were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 4 of this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this resolution should take effect immediately. Resolution number 7367-2024. A resolution approving the Assistant Fire Chief to hire Charles Lyle as a part-time firefighter medic with the Lakemore Fire Department. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, Council approves to hire Charles Lyle as a part-time firefighter medic with the Lakemore Fire Department. Section 2, Mr. Lyle will serve a 1-year probation. Section 3, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the passage of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all deliberations of this council or any of its committees that resulted in such formal actions were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 4 of this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this resolution should take effect immediately. Resolution number 7368-2024, a resolution accepting the resignation of Blaze Bryan as a part-time firefighter medic with the Lakemore Fire Department. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, Council regretfully accepts the resignation of Blaze Bryan as a part-time firefighter medic with the Lakemore Fire Department and thanks him for his service. Section 2, it is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the adoption of this resolution were adopted in an open meeting of this council, and that all deliberations of this council and any of its committees that resulted in formal action were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 3, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this resolution should take effect immediately. Resolution number 7369-2024, a resolution agreeing to participate in the non-filing delinquency program with the Regional Income Tax Agency for local income taxes. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, Council agrees to participate in the Regional Income Tax Agency's non-filing delinquency program for local income taxes. Section 2, the Village of Lakemore will participate in both parts of the delinquency program. An administrative subpoena will be issued to taxpayers that failed to respond to the non-filing letter. Section 3, this resolution is declared to be an emergency measure in the interest of the health, peace, and safety of the citizens of the Village of Lakemore. Therefore, this resolution should take effect immediately. Resolution number 7370-2024, a resolution accepting the 2025 alternative tax budget for the Village of Lakemore. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Lakemore, County of Summit, State of Ohio. Section 1, Council hereby accepts the 2025 alternative tax budget for the Village of Lakemore. Council further directs the fiscal officer to file on behalf of the Village of Lakemore the 2025 alternative tax budget with the County of Summit. Section 2, a copy of the 2025 alternative tax budget is attached here to and made part of as if fully rewritten herein. Section 3, this resolution shall take effect on the earliest period allowed by law. Ordinance number 1855-2024. This is a second reading by title only. An ordinance to amend Ordinance 1101-1989 zoning code to amend fences in Section 603 of the Village of Lakemore zoning code.
Okay. At this time, I'm going to give the mayor's report. He would like for me to remind everybody that the food pantry will be meeting, as always, the last Wednesday of the month. And it is at Lakemore United Methodist Church. It's at 5 p.m. and it will be on June 26th. And I wanted, also he asked that I talk about the recycling that is down at the Lakemore Church in the back. There was a rumor going around that they might be losing their cardboard recycle containers because there's other places around here that have. The company called back the church, and they are not changing anything here in Lakemore. They are going to stay there. So please recycle your cardboard down there, because every dime that is collected, and it really, unless it's improved greatly since, my husband and I ran the food pantry, it wasn't that much every
It's still
month.
not, but
Okay.
something's better than nothing.
Exactly, something is better than nothing, but every penny of that goes to the food pantry. It does not go to the church. The church takes it in, distributes it into a certain bank account for the food pantry. They pay the bill to the food bank, but doing that does not give the church any extra operating money. All the money that goes in there to the recycle that they get goes to feed the people in our community. And other than that, I will, Sam, Mr. Ray.
Either way, so I have a couple things here. So the first thing, the previous meetings, we mentioned parcels of property within the village that are going to be for sale. So I just want to announce that we will be accepting bids to sell those certain parcels of real property. Those are going to take place on Friday, July 12th, 2024. They're going to start at 11 a.m. and they're going to be here at the Lakemore Administration Offices. This is what Suite C is the
Yes.
technical name for it. That's 1400 Main Street, Lakemore, Ohio, 44250. So there are quite a bit up for grab. Some of them are kind of a joint thing. But yeah, so July 12th, it's on Friday at 11 a.m. If you guys are interested in picking up properties, some of them are like you need to be the neighboring parcel to grab, but that's not all I have though. Getting away. I wanted to announce, or Tracy would like us to announce that OPWC application for financial assistance has been approved. So what that means is our continuing sanitary sewer and stormwater sewer projects are moving forward. This one was for Fairdale, Michaels, and Danforth. It's the water, sewer, and road improvements. So we applied for OPWC assistance, and we were approved for that. So I think an actual figure probably will be coming soon, but it's good to see that, you know, we're getting assistance in these. Some of these projects are massive and they're very expensive, so we'll take all the funding we can get. So that's good to see. And then Ohio is expanding its 2024 sales tax holiday. So it's going to be from Tuesday, July 30th through Thursday, August 8th this year. And then lastly, I just want to announce that Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
We're excited. I'm excited. Love this month. And also, like, I know me and all of my colleagues agree, like, we want to be that safe space for anybody that is, you know, not sure where they fall, not sure, like, nobody should be in a closet, but if you're safer there, that's fine. But I want to be a safe space for anybody that might, you know, be questioning who they are or whatever. I know that I fly a flag outside my house, and it's not just for me, but it is for everybody else to find that, like, that place where they know that they belong. I want Lakemore to be that place. I want to be the steward that shows that, like, hey, we're a community that loves everyone.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Mr. Strittmatter?
Okay, I'd like to talk a little bit about the Springfield and Lakemore Community Channel 1023, who are proudly serving our communities by providing access to local government meetings and programming and information of community events. They are currently running some special programs that you can turn into Spectrum Channel 1023 for the recent programs. And to view the current program schedule, go to the channel's Facebook page or go online to the springfieldtownship.us. Community members, if you have something that you'd like for them to do, you can reach out to any of the government agencies, and they will forward that information on to Spectrum Channel 1023 and see if we can't get your event or whatever shown on TV on the program. Right now, they're currently showing the Top 25 Excellence Awards Banquet for 2024. That's the top 25 students for Springfield High School. Our village council meeting from 5-6. Rescue 343-2 happened on May 20 of 24. I'm not really sure what that one is. You have a Springfield Township Trustees meeting back from April, and Springfield Junior High Choir Concert. And since Tracy's been passing stuff around, we'll just
Got lots
keep
of
on
paper.
going there. Got lots of stuff going on. Summit Soil and Water are going to be out and about, evaluating what they call the underway of stormwater. See where stormwater's sitting and stuff, and what we can do to work with it. They're going to be out on June 5th and 6th, this year, be walking around, checking some stuff out, so don't be alarmed when you see some people poking in the soil and see how wet it is. And then, happy about this, we've submitted our application for our Storybook Trail. Waiting to hear anything comes back. It was submitted on the 30th of May. Now it's just waiting to see if it's gonna happen. I mean, the trail is gonna happen one way or the other, but we're hoping this comes through and we're able to do that.
I hope.
Also that, is it ACOM?
Yes.
ACOM, working with First Energy or whatnot, are gonna be replacing poles and conductors throughout the area and restringing some activities, some of the lines. As we know, we've had some storms that's been popping some old lines and stuff, and they're gonna be redoing all of that through June and for over the next year. I think it strings from Mogador all the way
Gilchrist all the way.
down, yeah, from Gilcrest all the way out to the other end of the township. So look for them, they're gonna be busy. Please just watch when you're up on the poles and people working, don't be buzzing by too fast, slow down. Let them get our stuff done.
Yeah.
And with that, I think I am done.
Mrs. Coons?
Okay, I got a couple things too, since Tracy's been passing them out. First of all, I just wanted to thank everyone who participated in the Memorial Day Parade. We had such an awesome, it was perfect weather. Wanted to rain, but it didn't, so it wasn't too hot, and that was great. We had a great, Sam, thank you. We had a great send-off. I had 35 cars this year in the parade,
Yeah.
which is great. So, and also thank the band and Miss Rayleigh and all of them for doing the music for our parade.
And Dustin.
And Dustin Boswell, can't forget good old Dustin Boswell.
And Emery.
And Mr. Pittman. Mr. Pittman, she pointed at you, and I was like, was Megan there? Am I supposed to? Mr. Pittman was there. He always helps direct traffic. We couldn't do it without him. So
Truly.
thank your dad for us. Sorry.
Will do.
I was like, okay, moving on.
Ron Greenleaf.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ron helped as well, sorry.
Ron.
Yes, and Ron. Thank you, Ron, and everybody that came in and celebrated that day with us.
Yeah, sorry.
Honored that day with us. Okay, and another thing we have, I think we kind of talked about this. We have 3 floating wetlands in Springfield Lake. And this was a project that was funded by Serve Ohio. And Mr. Ed Brown up at the Super Learning Center, they made these floating wetlands. And we just want to say thank you guys for all your hard work for doing that. And yeah, thank you, Serve Ohio, for funding the project. That's pretty cool,
I
actually.
think that project's also gonna be ongoing.
Yeah,
I mean,
Hopefully we'll
it'll
have more
continue.
next year,
It's
yeah.
like a science project for the school and.
oh, and they loved
the
it.
teachers, yeah.
And they loved it, and they were so excited about it. Look at that. It's not
Thank
a
you,
good picture,
super.
but okay. And we have another thing going on, which I was reading, which is really cool. Saturday, June 8th, from 10 to 1, the Akron Children's Museum is having a free community day. And that, you don't even have to say anything more. It's the coolest place ever. They're going to have all kinds of stuff, live demonstrations, free smoothies, giveaways. But yeah, it's this Saturday from 10 to 1 at Children's Museum in Akron. So go check it out. And I think that's parade. Anything else?
Okay.
No? Okay. Ed?
Mr. Eitner?
Okay, I would like to announce that Reworks Household Hazardous Waste Collection 2024 will begin on Thursday, June the 6th. Through September the 26th, there'll be no collection on July 4th. It goes from 2 to 7 p.m. It's the 1201 Graham Road in Stowe, Ohio. Very easy to get to. It's right off the freeway at the Graham Road exit. Summit County residents only, and no latex paint, water-based paint only. The Village of Lakemore Sanitary Sewer Improvements Phase 1, estimated project time. Setup for the project will be the 4th of June. I'll begin lining the sewers June 19th. Pavement repairs in July, completion in October. The streets affected in Phase 1 will be Sunnyside, Frost Street, First Street, Front Street, sorry, Front Street, First Street, Second Street, Third Street, 4th Street, 5th Street, South Street, Lake Road, Church Street, and Adams Street. The final inspection, like I said, is around October. We are happy to say that these improvements are going to improve the the streets in the village, and plus our sewer issue. So glad to see this phase start.
Yeah.
And that's all I have.
Big project. Ms. Anderson?
Alrighty, I would just like to, remind everyone, the next council meetings will be June 17th and July 1st, each at 7 PM here in the new admin building, technically admin, but still police department. The next council workshop will be June 12th and June 25th, each at 6 PM here in this room. And we'd also like to remind everyone not to rake or blow leaves or debris in roadways or waterways, which affects the lake negatively. And going into some of the other things that people have talked about. So World Environment Day is June 5th. So one of the ways that you can help is to make sustainable choices in reducing your impact on the environment. So with the recycle thing at up on Graham Road in Stowe, if you have household chemicals, things like that, that is a great place to be able to take those things. The other thing is do the recycle that like Laura was talking about, the cardboard and things at the church. There's also an electronics recycle there at the church as well. So if you have old computers, old computer monitors, things like that, those can be recycled, taken there and recycled. So the other ways, so all that has an impact on the environment if they end up in the landfills. The other ways that you can help with the Environment Day is to kind of look around your streets, see if there's any litter. I know we did a cleanup day last month, so sometimes litter just, you pick it up and there's more the next day. So just kind of, you know, if you see litter, kind of pick it up, dispose of that properly. And the other way is to try to conserve water. You know, different ways that you can, you know, combine things to, you know, help conserve. That will also help on your water and sewer bills. So just kind of maybe be mindful, June 5th of those things coming up. And, you know, just kind of, you know, try to make a little bit of an impact in your neck of the woods. The other thing is on Saturday, July 13th, we will have teams of volunteers from Faith Family Church. They will be coming and rolling up their sleeves alongside with local schools, organizations, nonprofits, and they'll be assisting in a wide variety of service projects across the community. So mark your calendars for July 13th. They will be meeting at 8:30 to noon. They will be starting at Dodds Lakefront Park. They'll be cleaning up and replenishing the fall protection in the playground area, also weeding, trimming, power washing, painting, and planting. Volunteers must be at least 12 years of age. So if you have a church group or Boy Scout or Girl Scout troop that you're looking to do volunteer things in the community, this would be a good thing to bring them to kind of get them some volunteer hours and things like that. So again, that is July 13th. All is welcome to come down. If you're just a regular single member in the community, you're more than welcome to come too. So July 13th from 8:30 to noon at Dodds Park. So that is all I have.
Do you have anything left?
Yes.
Miss Administrator? Okay.
So the first thing was that I applied for that fiscal year 25 community project funding through Congresswoman Sykes' office. Unfortunately, we didn't get it, but I did contact them and told them that we worked so hard with Springfield Township and Springfield local schools on the connecting communities, safe ways to school, all that, with AMATs, and that we're really looking for some funding, so hopefully they'll help us in other ways. And then also with the cleanup day. I did reach out to Springfield Assembly of God and a gentleman from Rob from Habitat for Humanity and Lakemore United Methodist Church, Lighthouse Church, Seventh-day Adventist, trying to coordinate efforts to help our residents. So I've got a couple good groups on board who are really interested in helping do things as small as helping people mow their yard to cleaning up yards, maybe doing some small minor repairs. So if anybody knows of anybody who needs help or if they need help, they can just contact me and I'll coordinate whatever help I can get to them. So I've
Thank
already
you,
got a couple
Tracy.
people who've been helped and a couple more who are going to be helped. So I'm excited.
That's awesome.
I gotta say,
That is awesome.
I'm very disappointed that we didn't get help from Representative Sykes'
too.
office, especially when they were so encouraging in the beginning. So
I know. Me
that's
too.
really,
So-
but we will persevere.
I'll keep bugging them.
Did you, I wanna add
Yes,
something before I
had
give
all
my
this stuff-
report.
All this stuff was wonderful, but the most important thing happens this month.
Is
On
it
the
your
29th.
birthday?
No, the 29th. Our youth fishing derby.
All right.
Gotta remind everyone, from 9 to noon, we're gonna have our youth fishing derby down at Dodds Park.
That is
Yeah.
true.
And anybody that's been here and watched these looks on these kids' faces as they're catching their fish,
It's awesome.
it could be a 10-pound fish.
On a
It's
Barbie
this
pole.
big, on a Barbie pole, but it's that big and it's 10 pounds. Just ask them; they'll tell you. But it's wonderful.
Yep.
So anybody gets a chance to either come down just to hang out with the kids, watch them, help them string up their lines or put some bait on their poles.
It's a fun day.
We're
It
gonna
really
have
is.
It is.
sponsors from Berkeley and I know the pit
Port
stops,
Summit
Port
Rotary,
Port
yep.
Summit Rotary, pit stops
It's up.
involved. We got Berkeley Fishing now involved.
That's awesome.
And there was another fishing group, and I gotta figure out who it was here in just
We
one
had a
second.
bunch of awards. Everybody went home with something last year.
Does it have to
so.
be kids only? I mean, do we have like an over
We need to have an
70
adult one.
age group?
That would be a good idea.
That's the competition, yeah.
Senior fishing derby.
That involves stuff that the
Seniors
kids aren't
only.
allowed to have, like beer.
Is there anything
yeah.
else you wanted to add?
No, that was, I'm trying to remember the sponsors that we had, and I've gone through so many different, I was just looking, there we go. Fenwick, this is a big fishing company, fishing rod company is involved in the Berkeley company.
That's awesome. My
So-
kids are excited.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, well,
Wow.
I have also a report that I would like to talk about, and it is about the accident that happened at our Lakemore post office. You know, the Lakemore post office is shut down right now. If you go online, it probably says it's permanently closed, but they're trying to get that changed to say temporarily closed. In case you don't know, someone kind of drove into the building, left it, the structure unsafe, so needs some repairs. That building is not owned by the post office, has never been. The post office rents a lot of buildings out, but it just so happens that this one just changed hands and the new owner did not realize that this has happened. So they are in the process of probably getting someone out here, you know, getting people to come out and do bids and things. It all takes some time. So it is unfortunate that you have to go to the Uniontown post office to pick up your mail. A lot of people don't like that. I've heard and I've read, but I just want to tell you, as someone who spent years at the post office, I can tell you, you can't go to Ellett because it has the smallest box section. It might be closer, but you can't go there. There's no room for your mail. The only one that had a sufficient empty boxes that could accommodate the people who get it here is Uniontown. And then, of course, why don't we have street delivery? Well, first of all, a lot of the streets in the village is very, very narrow, especially up here. And we have no sidewalks. So your carriers, safety is a paramount priority for is our letter carrier safety. They have to have sidewalks. So you can complain about, you know, that they don't have delivery, but you can't get trucks up some of the streets. You don't have sidewalks, carriers can't walk up the street. And if you keep mentioning, well, they could put up some temporary boxes. Yes, there are boxes, cluster boxes, boxes called NDCBU boxes, but neighborhood centralized delivery unit boxes. Once they put them up, you might as well say goodbye to that post office. That you will never go back to the post office once you have those deliveries up. I know that. I used to work in that department, so I know how it works. So just be patient. It is not an ideal situation, but on the bigger scale, nobody was injured that I know
Right.
of,
Right.
and I think that was a blessing, because there were people inside.
Yeah.
So they are trying to get it fixed as soon as possible now, so please stop complaining and be grateful that nobody was injured. That's just my little story, and that is all. Anybody else wanna wrap anything up? Okay. So next, we will go to appearing before council. We have John Yergin from 1177 Hanover. You want to stand up there? You do have 3 minutes to speak, and that will be timed.
Okay. Quickly, I want to make a comment about the paper recycling. What is it, Green Forest or something, the name of the place?
River something.
Green River. If they cancel you, that's why. That is contamination in that bin, okay? That is household trash. That's a bag of chicken bones and disposable diapers.
Yeah.
Rather than pay Kimball, these lowlifes are contaminating that bin, okay? And this company can't abide by that. They will come pick those up and leave. They can't, first of all, they gotta pay to trash this stuff.
Right.
So, I don't know how you're gonna cure it. We tried putting up cameras, we had on-site sheriffs cruising by, and the best of it is a misdemeanor citation, so
Yeah.
big deal. I don't know how you cure that. Anyway, what I want to talk about, I got a letter in the mail, Village of Lakemore, to my wife. Curious, what do they know my wife? So I look at the return address, Village of Lakemore, Post Office Box number, Streetsboro, Ohio. What?
Ambulance bill.
Yeah, so I open it up, and what it is an ambulance bill for $50 for 2 runs by the squad. Now, I'm really curious. You mean you bill residents for squad runs? 60 years I've never paid a bill. Mogador, Suffield, we use Life Force in
And
Suffield.
we do what everybody else does, is you get a bill for so long, and then we write it off.
Then why don't you write it off to begin with?
It's a whole process
It's
with.
a process that has to be
high
done
revised-
ever since we started. We're
Yes.
doing the mutual aid with
What?
Springfield and Lakemore. It was like, they would charge if they came here.
Right.
We charge if we went there, but that's not legal. If you're gonna charge, you gotta charge everybody. So they do what they call soft billing.
No, this is
They
billing.
But
send it
they
to you,
still send the
and
bill.
if they'll send you a bill, and if it gets paid, it gets paid. If it
Well,
doesn't,
we
they
did
just.
soft billing out of Suffield and I never got anything in the mail. You know,
That's-
I mean, it must be some kind of policy, so I called Life Force, said, what's up? Well, I said, what happens? Well, we send you 1 or 2 and then
And
it
then
just
we write it
disappears.
off, yes.
And I said, well, how does it disappear? Well, we call the chief and talk to him. So now I'm thinking,
Yes.
obviously somebody's abusing this, okay? And the chief's got a list of people that abuse this, so they don't get off or something. I don't know what's
It's
happening.
No.
not that at all. You get the bill for a couple times. It's also because some people have more than one insurance company. Sometimes your insurance might pay right away, sometimes it's 6 months down the road and they don't. So it kind of gives insurance companies enough time. You're made aware.
Yeah, okay, when I moved here, I came to council and I introduced myself, and I told you how I supported fire levies, school levies, worked with the community and council, and I know what's up with the fire departments. And I went over and introduced myself to the chief. I said, anything you need, call me. Don't tell me what it is, just call me. And that's how I feel about it. I feel those people are heroes. They are my personal heroes. They are brave, brave people, police and fire, all first responders. And so it's not like I'm trying to go to duck a bill. I can pay the bill. It's days pay from the job, whatever, okay? But, it's like, it was just curious, you know, as a resident, anywhere I lived, you were never even, you were self-billed, you never even got a document from them
Yeah.
to pay the thing. And it's kind of like, you know, so you go from curious to irritated, I guess would be the right word. Not pissed off, but irritated. Although I see how it could piss off some people. So now you set up a fire levy, you put it on the ballot.
We gotta wrap it up now.
People go to the voting booth pissed off or irritated. That's, excuse me, I don't take this personally, individually, but that's dumb. Why do that to people? You're shooting yourself in the foot, and, you know, metaphorically, that'll cost you $25.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, we have no old business, so we're going into our new business. Mr. Ray, you're up first.
Okay. Well, first, I want to make a motion to adopt resolution 7369-2024. This is a resolution agreeing to participate in the non-filing delinquency program with the Regional Income Tax Agency for local income taxes. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with the readings.
And second.
Okay, any discussion? Nope. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes. I'll second the original.
Any discussion on the original? Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes. Okay,
Okay.
moving on to Mr. Strittmatter.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7366-2024. A resolution approves the Assistant Fire Chief to hire Isaac Farrington as a part-time firefighter medic with the Lakemore Fire Department. But first, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with 3 reads.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes. I'll second the original.
Okay, any discussion on that resolution? Okay, roll call, please.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coontz, you're next.
Okay, I would like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 7367-2024, a resolution approving the Assistant Fire Chief to hire Charles Lyle as part-time firefighter medic with the Lakemore Fire Department. But first, I would like to dispense with the 3 reads.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
I second the original.
Okay, any discussion on the original? Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Reitner.
I would like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 736-2024, a resolution accepting the resignation of Blaze Bryan as part-time firefighter medic with the Lakemore Fire Department. First, I'd like to make a motion to dispense with the 3 readings.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Second the original.
Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes. Okay, at this time, I don't have any reason to go into an executive session, so
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
make a
I
motion.
second.
Okay, roll call.
Mr. Strittmatter?
Yes.
Mrs. Coons?
Yes.
Mr. Reitner?
Yes.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Mrs. Cochran?
Yes.
Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Okay, thank everybody for coming.
I'll take everybody's papers.